What you reading, Shane?
I'm currently reading about Luke 2.
Holy Brent, what about you? Oh my God.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to be watching The Duality of Man, the newest video of Saintdon. I've recently done a reaction. I'll give you guys the link right here in case you want to check it out, talking about the stupidest debates on the internet. But yeah, today we're going to be checking out The Duality of Man by Saintdon. If you like the video, subscribe. You know how YouTube works. We're going to jump right into this.
Human beings might be the most inconsistent creatures of all time. We have this special ability to have multiple personalities and all at the same time, and I don't think we're capable of being consistent for more than 12 minutes.
That trend, it just disgusts me.
Pull your pants up.
Pull your hands.
Like, I think of all those locked in nights sleeping with several alarms set for 5 a.m., and I still somehow end up waking up at 1 p.m. drenched in sweat. My locked-in self is easily my favorite though, except for when I make commitments that I'm not ready for. I now have this power to snooze alarms at light speed. But your motivated self versus your unmotivated self,
Yeah, that's the same thing, possibly at the perfect point in time. Same thing with me. I can get into a rhythm of waking up at 5 a.m. every morning. I did that for a while. I don't know how I did that, thinking about it right now, because right now I'm not waking up that early. And I don't know, it just depends. If you have hobbies where you do stuff at night, you just get into a different rhythm, I guess. But of course, if you have a job where you have to wake up early, at some point, like if you have something that, you know, forces your hand, then, but doing it yourself and being consistent with it is pretty tough.
consider that a less extreme case, because there's still people out there like Ye. Where do I even get started with this guy? Kanye has to be one vessel with like 10 souls inside, but not quite the same as the 6 paths of Ken. Because please help me understand this guy. In 2019, he released an entirely clean Christian album, you know, promoting love, redemption, and all that. And then fast forward a couple years. Do I even need to tell you the things this guy's been up to?
How do you stay out here, though?
God, bro.
But with Ye, I can't tell if this guy's a troll if he's actually like this. Because for the longest time, he was saying that he had bipolar disorder. But apparently that was a misdiagnosis and he's just autistic.
Hey, I am not bipolar. I'm not in some kind of episode, but I may be slightly autistic.
Which, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, that does not justify even a word of these tweets. This might be a chain of some of the worst tweets I've ever seen. The February of 2025 was a waking nightmare for Ye fans. Anyone who was still talking about he made graduation.
I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
You just have to accept that as
Yeah, I've recently seen a comedy special talking about just that, like the guys who keep bringing up. I mean, he does make awesome music, right? So I'm not going to, but yeah, I mean, tough one to defend. Not at times, pretty much all the time at this point.
gonna be something with this guy. And Ye is such an interesting example because he chooses to portray himself like this. Nobody, well, at least I hope so, is making him tweet all this. Because most people who have controversial takes at least try to keep it hush.
I think you say I'm a fascist. Yeah, I am.
Okay, maybe not. But back to that title, The Duality of Man. People having multiple personalities or duality is so common because everyone is just performative as shit. And I low-key understand acting different in front of certain people. So common
what do you have
because
here?
everyone is just performative as shit.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, it's Trevor Wallace. All right, fair enough. What do you got? The matcha latte, some kind of book, the Birkenstocks. Yeah, fair enough. That's about pretty much the beanie. Yeah, the total package.
And I low-key understand acting different in front of certain people. I personally don't think code switching is performative even in the slightest. And literally everyone code switches. Here's an example that might apply to you.
Of course you do. Of course you do. If, at some point you're not going to be talking to your friends the same way you talk to your grandma, you know? I mean, everybody just adjusts based on that because that's how people get through life the easiest. You're going to be talking to your boss differently than you talk to your girlfriend or something. Like, that's just normal. Or when I speak to some of my English friends or my English speaking friends, it's different than when I speak to my German friends or if I speak to my Spanish speaking friends. You know, you just switch up at times. And because you share different interests and all that, like the, you know, most normal thing in the world.
In front of your friends, you would normally have a mouth of sewage. And then when you get in front of your immigrant parents, you down on slurs 100%.
I'm darting off to pursue my educational prowess.
Okay, son. Don't dilly-dally. I'll be home late. It's my bridge night.
I'll see you later. Bye. Yo, what's up, B? How you feeling? What's going on? Yo, let's bounce, son.
That's code switching. And there's more levels to it, okay? Changing your lingo and how you talk around different friend groups.
Then you creaming. You ain't got no pussy.
That's one that I find pretty reasonable. Like, you don't want to be using an inside joke in front of the wrong people who end up looking like this image. You know what? This reminds me of that Steve Lacy bar. Said I'm two-faced, I can name 23. Which Steve, 23, that's not very good game. Especially if we're talking about being two-faced. There's a huge difference between being two-faced and just code switching. But anyways, people just have different energies, you know? And no, I'm not a kombucha mushroom person. But I just think being with some people is like... And being with others is very...
Why does food get cold and why does drinks get warm?
And bro, that is a great balance to have. And I don't think either one is necessarily better than the other. But I find that personality switches are the most exaggerated when someone's, what's the advertiser-friendly way of saying this? Tweaking under fan. And the second you interact with them, they're instantly locked in.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're totally fine. You have a charger, iPhone?
And I knew this was a shared experience when I saw multiple TikToks with the same subject. And for me, I don't know why, but people love to speak to me while tweaking. And they're always rambling about the government, something about the government. I'm starting to think that those guys are up to no good. But have you ever been around a drunk person while sober? Bottom tier experience. Conversations just start mid-sentence. And
one of my favorite memes of 2026 thus far. I've got a bunch of WhatsApp stickers of this one right here, that moment of Bad Bunny winning the Grammys. But yeah, being around drunk people, for me, I don't drink at all, but I still go out to parties if I have the time. And for me, like going to, I think it was pretty much a year ago when I started to go to, or started going to Latino parties, like with Spanish music. I felt like that was a completely different type of environment to be like in terms of clubbing. When you go to parties, like the focus was very heavy on the drinking aspect of the whole party. And I feel like with the Latino music, it's more heavily like on the music itself and on the dancing, on the socializing aspect of it. And I personally have never been to a Spanish party or to a Latino party where I really felt the urge to drink, or where I felt like not drinking was making me, or meant that I missed out on anything. So that's something that I've personally come to like appreciate about that type of environment, because he's gonna talk about his experiences. Saintdon is gonna be talking about that. How being sober around drunk people like sucks. I personally haven't made that experience, especially not in the setting of Latino parties.
Around a drunk person while sober. Bottom tier experience. Conversations just start mid-sentence and then somehow end up even worse.
When Marlon was born, the scale shifted, toppled.
And I don't get those people that get drunk and just get to doing shit.
I just want to let you know if you're ever in a spot where you want to talk to somebody, I'm right here.
I appreciate it.
I just want to let you know that.
I also don't get the excuse I was drunk, it wasn't me. Okay, who the fuck was it then? A bit of alcohol should not make you unbearable to be around. And just because you're drunk doesn't mean you have to be overly touchy, alright? Or even those people that act like you served in Nam together.
Be in this moment, live in this shit with me. I love you. I love you. Love you. I love you.
But then air your shit literally everywhere else.
What Future? What's up, boy?
And if there's one thing I'm not jacking, okay, there's multiple things I'm not jacking, but if there was one, this one wouldn't be it, but it would be a contender. And that's people that are just outright fake. Do you know how heartbreaking it is to find out somebody was talking bad about you? Especially when you just made a 20-step handshake.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That hurts, bro.
This shit means something to me, man.
But you can't talk about duality without talking about Joji. I personally think that it's tough when people try something that nobody thought they could do, right? I said this about KC3, but trying to keep people in a box is super corny. That's dead ass what they were doing in High School Musical with that one stick to the status quo song. But I guess execution is everything because Joji ended up making good music and it did work out for him.
What are these stickers already again? Like, makes no sense.
But I guess execution is everything because Joji ended up making good music and it did work out for him. But revolutionary thought, you don't have to stick to one thing your whole life unless you're Frank Ocean. Why are you riding a bicycle in Japan? Get your ass back in the studio, please. But whoever wanted Joji to keep doing the Filthy Frank pink guy stuff, you were just wishing the worst on him, bro. If you made Filthy Frank videos and realized that one day you're gonna turn 40, this is not how you want to spend the prime of your life. That Filthy Frank nickname was well deserved too. This nigga was really filthy. But someone I'd say in ways had a similar path to Joji would be Tyler. A young Tyler is arguably more controversial than Clav.
I was on a mega yacht, brother.
You said a nigga yacht?
A mega yacht.
This clip, bro, highest risk just for no reward. But a lot of Tyler's early songs were just rage bait.
Okay, now what about your lyrics?
What about them?
What are you saying in your lyrics?
Nothing. Shit to piss old white people off like you.
Is that right?
Or just him doing things for like shock value and to be provocative. Like in the Yonkers music video, this guy just eats a live cockroach because he can, I guess. And all the shit he was doing got him banned from New Zealand and Australia. And when I searched up why, the AI overview just lied.
Dude, what do you gotta do to get banned by Australia and New Zealand? Like some of the most chill places you could be. But I haven't been, so you know. Just kind of yapping, but still.
Thanks, Google. But what actually happened is that his visa was put under review, and all because a feminist group cited his works as hateful towards women. And I would say it was never that serious, right? Because a lot of his music was written from the perspective of fictional characters, and at the end of the day, it was just storytelling. It just so happened that a lot of these characters were violent criminals. Like the song Transylvania, he wrote it from the perspective of Dracula. And if your idea of what Dracula is like is based on Dude Man,
I'm a dude man.
throw that idea away. The lyrics to this song will give you a whole nother view of Dracula. And on the same album, he has another song called Truncat. This song is just him spitting profanities on a jolly ass beat that sounds like la 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 la. You know how good that was if you heard this song, bro. But you just can't cancel Tyler. People have been trying. People try to cancel him for his homophobic lyrics. 2017 comes around, this nigga says he's been kissing boys since 2004.
You can't beat him.
Join.
Yeah, right.
I have bad humor, okay? I've just learned to accept it. But with Tyler, I feel like it's less duality and just growing and maturing.
What we do is we have airplanes. You said doo-doo.
Okay, maybe not maturing. If you get mad at Tyler for his writing and lyrics, one of one human. There's no other Tyler the creator, bro. But if you get mad at Tyler for his writing and lyrics, ask yourself, would you get mad at the author for writing a character that does terrible things? Same shit, different toilet. We don't get to pick and choose. But when people say the duality of man, and most people when they say this, they aren't talking about one person's duality. They're talking about duality in humanity as a whole.
What you reading, Shane?
I'm currently reading about Luke 2.
Holy Brent, what about you? Oh my god.
Technically that's just diversity, but I'ma still entertain this definition. Because on one side of humanity we have monks who meditate 12 hours a day, have never seen a woman, and hammer their balls in for fun. And then on the other side of humanity we have people with personas.
Yeah.
And that's really the thing. The spectrum of humanity is just wild, bro. You could literally take two humans, have them do the same basic task like making a sandwich. A random person whose gender we don't know could do it really well. And another person could just make some chum bucket eats.
Chicken, sausage, and Nutrient bar. Would you? You good?
I don't know if that's a great example, just the first thing that came to my mind, and I'm gonna keep it high. Also, another thing is the way that some people handle stress and pressure. Like, I understand it's completely out of some people's control, but sometimes it's just get a grip, nigga. But every person has duality. Your personality is just so linked to your mood and emotions that it's impossible to be consistently the same nigga all the time. And the idea that people are either one way or just being performative absolutely stinks.
What the fuck is my price the f***ing
Being versatile and open-minded is a great trait for people to have because, you know, that's how new cool shit gets invented. And you sort of just have to accept that most humans are just walking contradictions. We apply reasoning and logic at times where it serves us and then just don't when it doesn't. That's why humanity is so tough, bro.
Yeah, he was spitting facts there at the end, let me just tell you. I didn't really find a moment to chime in and give my commentary on it, but that was a good video. That was a really good video. But yeah, it absolutely is true that people use logic when it benefits them, and then they don't when it doesn't. You know, if take a look at like internet commentators, whether it's on football, whether it's on politics, doesn't really matter. It's like yeah. People have double standards on pretty much anything that they talk about. So yeah, great video by Saintdon. Shout out to him. Obviously, I don't take any credit for the video. It's just my reaction to it. But yeah, definitely go watch. I hope you guys liked my reaction. If so, then please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, share the video, you know, how that stuff works. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and have a nice day. Bye bye.